All right, guys, it's chapter 2 in our readers. And this time we're going to learn all about maps. So this is chapter 2, Toscanelli's map. An Italian man named Paolo Toscanelli may have been responsible for Europeans landing in the Americas. Toscanelli was a math whiz, an astronomer, and a map maker. In 1474, he made a map of the world, which he sent with a letter to the King of Portugal telling how to reach the Indies by sailing west. The king was very interested, but Toscanelli was not correct. On the right side of Toscanelli's map, you can see some parts of Europe in orange. You may know some of them. Ireland named or labeled Irlanda, England or London, England, and Lisbon, Portugal, labeled Lisbona. To the south of Europe, you can see part of Africa. The part Europeans called Guinea is labeled. The Canary Islands just off the coast of Africa are labeled Canary. And you can see that right here. It's kind of tough because it looks like it's upside down. But you can see there's Ireland up there. There's Guinea down here. There's Lisbon. All those very different things. It does not look like a map that we would know today. And it says right here, the right side of this map is mostly correct. So this side we know, because again, this side is Europe. So they're pretty, Europe and Africa in that kind of area. So that means that they're pretty familiar with it. Much more so up here is pretty accurate. On this side, we are missing a lot of different things right there. So let's see. Look on the left side of this map. This side shows parts of Asia. Or rather, it shows parts of Asia where Toscanelli thought they might be. So guys, I want you to ask you this. What is missing here? There's something very big and very important missing here. See if you can guess. Do you see the big island labeled Kapangu? Right here. That was what Toscanelli and other Europeans called Japan. They had heard about Japan. They knew it was somewhere in Asia, but they did not know exactly where. Toscanelli put on his map where he thought it might be. Do you see the land labeled Kathimangi? Right here. That was what Toscanelli and others of his day called China. They had read about China in the book called The Travels of Marco Polo, but they did not know exactly where it was. Again, the map shows where Toscanelli thought China was, not where it really is. Do you see that island just south of Kathimangi? Right here. Those are part of the Indies. They are the Spice Islands. The Europeans were so eager to reach. Remember, yesterday's chapter was all about spices and why they were so important to people and why it was so expensive to get them. Notice that Asia does not seem to be too far from Europe. That's what one of Toscanelli's big ideas. He thought Europe was not that big. He thought Asia was probably not too far from Europe. So that's how he drew it on his map. Now, imagine you are Christopher Columbus. You want to find a way to get to the Indies. You look at Toscanelli's map. Wow, you say, look at that! Asia's right there. It's not so far from Europe. There's nothing in between me but a little water. It would not be hard to get to Asia. Why, I could go there in a few weeks. All I need to do is sail west. We can never be sure what was in Christopher Columbus's mind when he first looked at Toscanelli's map. We do know he made a plan to travel to the Indies based on Toscanelli's map. Then he set out to find someone who would pay for his voyage. In the end, he convinced King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella of Spain to pay for it. Remember, he couldn't afford, most people, in fact, you pretty much had to be a king or very, very high noble in order to be able to pay for a voyage like that because you need men, you need ships, you need food, you need weapons, you need a lot of different things in order to travel. So you had to make sure you found the right person to help support you in that. Now here's the same map with something added. The light blue shows what is really there, not what Toscanelli thought was there. you can see the outline of North America and part of South America. The orange parts of the map show Asian lands Columbus expected to reach. The light blue outline shows the lands where he actually landed. Or accidentally, not actually, accidentally landed. Tuscanelli's map explains a lot. It helps us see where Columbus got the idea of sailing west to reach the Indies. It also helps us see why he ran into the islands of the Caribbean and why he thought he was close to China. So let's look at that picture right here. So there's some very different things that, again, right here is the outline in blue. And again, this map is on the side, so it's a little tough to see. But look at that giant hunk of land between where he is and where he thinks the Indies is. Now, if we go back, remember, it's gone. Look right here. Now, ready? There it is. This is North America, and this is South America. So he had totally forgotten. Well, not even forgotten because they didn't know. He had totally ignored the fact that there's a big hunk of land because no one had explored it. No one knew. So it's interesting to see what was really there and what they had thought was there. This was before, again, satellites that could see from space or, really accurate GPS systems. This was based on kind of guessing. So again, there was a big chunk of land that was in his way, and he got very, very lost. So I'll see you guys next time as we read Chapter 3, Navigation in the Age of Exploration. Have a great night, guys.